Hey, what's good, everyone? Harris Nicholas, welcome on into the stream. Let me know if y'all are in the chat already, but yeah, I was mentioning how I wanted to maybe alternate some of the career mode challenges, the realistic rebuilds, and we're here with AC Milan. I think it's a pretty cool team to rebuild because they did finish last in their Champions League group, currently top of Serie A, so definitely an interesting team to say the least. And honestly, a rebuild that I haven't done since, I want to say FIFA 20, so it's been about 2 years. What's going on, Max, Tom, Michael, Jayback, Joel, Zona, Kuba, Marcus? Appreciate y'all being here. But yeah, this is an interesting team. I think a good mix of like both veteran and young high potential players. Of course, you got Zlatan up top, who I'm quite excited to use this year. Pace is obviously a little bit low, but as a target man striker, he's got some good options around him. Brahim Diaz, Rafael Leao, Salamakers, Kessia, super high potential player, up to an 84 overall. So yeah, you guys are just rolling on in here. Mayon's face scan, yeah. So he should have a face scan coming in the next title update, I believe, or squad update. But right now, I'll actually show you guys his current face scan is not the best. It's like it's a placeholder face scan essentially. So yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that we didn't have a real face Maignan here, but still a quality keeper, obviously. 84 overall. You're from Italy to Milan, perfect, Giuseppe. Yeah, we'll definitely rely on some Milan fans' knowledge of the club, I would say. Serie A isn't my forte, but it is still a very interesting rebuild to say the least. So, looking at this team, where do you guys think we need to improve? Maybe a younger striker with both Giroud and Ibra. I know Rafael Leao could play as a striker. So yeah, that's kind of my thought process right now. Of course, we have Maldini as well, who we might try to dynamic potential boost. Yeah, the homegrown talent is, I believe, a winger this time around. Let's see. 67 overall. Federico Bernardi. Pretty good pace, pretty good shooting. We could even make him a striker, you know. Has the playmaker trait. Left-footed. Yeah, we could definitely turn to a center forward striker if we wanted to. High-low work rates, 4-star, 4-star, 6'3". What do you guys think? AC Milan transfer targets right now are Boltman and Vlahovic. Ooh, Vlahovic, that would be some transfer, man. I think we might have to shortlist him for sure. The next Ibra here. Yeah. Let's go see how long this takes. 2 weeks for a striker. 2 weeks for a center forward. I think probably striker with him being 6'3". Yeah, let's get some other real players here into the transfer shortlist. Budget-wise, we have 38 million to work with, and we can obviously adjust that wage budget as well. So let's say 44 mil. 44 or 45 mil. Vlahovic will be the first player we add here. Dusan Vlahovic, exciting prospect status. Good to see him getting the potential he deserves. I mean, when we did the Fiorentina career mode last year, we still couldn't made him into a beast. I think he only had like 83, 84 potential. No, I didn't see Castro's stream. Ooh, Holchek is another good shout. Where's he kind of rumored to go these days? I feel like within the next few transfer windows, he's going to get picked up by a club in a top 5 league. Again, we'll showcase this Milan squad. Hey, I appreciate Jaybeck. We're reaching in towards 44k subs. Glad to see the support on the Malaga rebuild did well. So I'm going to try to do those more often. I've been doing them like once a month, but I'm going to try to make it 2 or even weekly if I can get it done. It's just like the workflow has somehow sped up as I do more and more of those. Sven Boatman as a player, yeah, from Lille. Yeah, Kjær is 32. They also have Romagnoli. So a couple of center backs of the team are ready. So Calabria, he's like he's a Milan Youth Academy player. He's pretty much said that he wants to stay at the club for his entire career. From what I understand. Just 24 years old. Alexander Pato? Yeah, I was actually thinking of signing some players from their, I think, 12-13 campaign. So someone like Pato or Thiago Silva would be interesting. Obviously, Thiago Silva doing really well at Chelsea, so maybe not this season, but if he was ever available on a free contract, maybe as like a free agent, that could be a shout. Or even El Shaarawy. Pato's only 31. That's just wild to think about. Ooh, is he getting a face scan as well? That's pretty hype. Yo, real face Pato in game will be exciting. Even if he's only 73 rated. Oh, Kiar had a season-ending injury IRL. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, Sven Botman showing great potential. Yeah, 73 overall. It's pretty sad. Considering, like, what did Pato used to have for his potential? He used to be, like, 85 rated. 90, 93, 94 potential back in the day. Yeah, Jonathan David linked as well. He's having the last 2 seasons, really. He's just been on fire for Lille. A lot of Lille's players. Definitely getting some interest from other clubs. Yeah, Martial would be a good shot as well. Let's take a look at our squad hub and see if we need to recall anybody. I know Caldera's a pretty decent player, but we probably let him see his loan spell. And Jens Peter Hauge as well. We'll let these loans complete out the season. Oddly as well, they've got a lot of good players here. A lot of young players. Yeah, Aubameyang is indeed a former academy player. So, I don't know if Aubameyang would be the best fit for the team right now, considering we have Zlatan. He would be more pacey, obviously. 32 years old. But yeah, I think Luka Jovic is a good shout. We're kind of looking at a younger striker to bring in. Who else are we saying? Elsha? Eden Hazard? Pato is now bald. I mean, I could take a look at... Let me see a recent Alexander Pato photo. It's got to be a placeholder, though. Yeah, he's still doing good. Sign Lukaku. I mean, yeah, if we just want to... we want to win the league title over Inter, that would be interesting. Hakim Ziyech, Thuram, Greenwood. Yeah, let's focus position by position. So, do we want to reflect some realism and take Kiar out of the starting 11? I mean, I feel probably complain because he has, I assume, is an important or crucial squad player. We're playing on PS5. Alexander. Oh, we have Alexander Pato in the chat. Nice. Good stuff. It would be cool to sign like a Hullet-esque sort of player. I mean, Kessie his stats. He's almost to the 80s for everything. I think with depth plans, we could probably make that happen. Jens Christensen, Zappacosta. Elsha. Well, let's get El Shaarawy in here. Would be a good like backup, someone to bring on off the bench. Still pretty pacey. Yeah, I think signing that young striker will be the first area of focus. I think Jonathan David would be a good shout. With that said, he might want a starting 11 role. I don't know what his rating is these days. Oscar might still have a decent rating over Brahim Diaz. I would actually not mind Brahim Diaz playing out wide. Leao is much quicker. Salamaker's right-footed. Yeah, ideally we would have a lefty, I think, playing down the right side. Yeah, let's get Anthony Martial in here. Again, we've got about 44 mil to work with in our transfer budget. There's no issues there. offer something a little bit differently than Zlatan. 81 overall. Yeah, 34 for his Val. So that would pretty much be close to using our transfer budget. I think we scout out Vlahovic as well. I assume he would cost somewhere around the 40 million range. We could let some players go. Ziyech Cam and right wing, yeah, as a left-footed option. But Ziyech's in pretty good form for Chelsea, isn't he? He's been involved in quite a few of the goals. As of late, it's a lot. Yeah, he spent, was it a season out on loan at Milan? Or was he here on a permanent basis at all? Obviously with Aaron Wan-Bissaka at United, I wouldn't see that transfer not happening. Is Romain, how do you pronounce the name? Favre? Let's see.
Favre.
Romain Favre. So that deal's almost done apparently. How much would Di Maria be? I assume around 30 mil range for now. Noah Long's a good shot as well. Over at Club Brugge. How did Club Brugge finish in their Champions League group? Because obviously they had such a good start. I think they had like 2 wins early on, but I think PSG and City probably caught up with them. I hope they got it Europa League at least. Same thought process for the Kettler. Yep. Actually a young striker as well. All right, I think we're pretty good on some striker options, guys. Let's see. Vlahovic, Holček, Jonathan David, Jovic, Martial, De Kettler. Anyone else that we should sign? I'm thinking like under 23, under 24. I know Martial is 25, but still plenty of room for growth. The only thing about Martial is I think he would want at least an important squad role. We could maybe get away with a rotational one for someone like Holček or Vlahovic. All right, I think we're pretty good on strikers then. Let's get forward a few days on the simulation. I'm going to check development plans because I haven't done this yet. See if we can stick some good development plans on our players. Let's see. We can get Hernandez's pace up. Same thing for these guys. I hope some of our center backs have high work rates because this one's just OP, man. The stopper dev plan just sees your rating go up so quickly. Yeah, Tomori as well, dude. With a stopper or sweeper dev plan, he's going to be a ridiculous center back. I would almost say like sweeper's better in this case so that he can work on his defending. I wouldn't be surprised if Tomori by the end of the season's like mid-80s for his rating. Definitely want a stopper for Kier. I forgot Florenzi's here. And his rating has taken a pretty sharp drop. I remember back in the days, he used to be like one of the better right backs. Definitely Italian right backs, but just better right backs in general. So now he's going to reach an incredible rating for sure. Same thing with Kessie. Big question though, like what area do we need to improve for Kessie? Defensive midfield, work on his defending and physicals? We could even convert him to a CM, and I wouldn't be surprised if that upgrades his rating. He's just so balanced across the board. Benacer is a quality option. Kessie still hasn't signed a new contract. We'll see how he does. How about that? I mean, if we get interest from big clubs around the world, I wouldn't be against letting some of our players go. because Milan don't end up keeping all of their players. Maybe some Premier League offers. I think what we do for Salamakers. Yeah, let's do the left winger. All right. I think we're pretty good then for dead plans. Salamakers gets a +1 at right mid. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about that. With that said, he is one of the lower rated players in our starting 11. But let's move forward here on the sim. Let's get like 2 weeks forward, see what offers come in, and kind of reassess from there. Speaking of which, what are you guys thinking for the next realistic rebuild? I mean, we could stick to the top 5 leagues we've done. What have we done so far? We've done Italy and Spain, I think, are the only ones that we've done here in FIFA 22. I'll probably pass on Germany for now, since we are doing a Bundesliga career mode. Yeah, Leicester in Europa Conference League, right? I saw that Brendan Rodgers interview yesterday. Wasn't really familiar with the competition. I think surely he had to have he had to know that was a possibility. Like you try to get into Europa League and advance to the knockout stages, but interesting offer from Barcelona already for Salamakers. What do you guys think here? Is this an offer we should entertain? 18.2 mil for Salamakers. We're gonna reject the Calabria offer. The top comment on yesterday's video was for Saint Etienne, who I think would be a pretty fun realistic rebuild as well. Some good former players, one of if not the most winningest team in France. Don't let Salamakers leave. All right, we'll keep him for now. Maybe focus on letting the squad rotational players head out. Vlahovic at an 80. This would be a good deal, guys. I have a feeling he would accept the rotational role. It would use pretty much all of our transfer budget, though. We're drinking some tea this morning. Used to had some coffee already. Been trying to reduce my caffeine intake, so yeah, we're sticking with some tea today and some water. All these La Liga offers coming in. This time for Kier. We'll reject that as well. All right. Salamakers position change. We're not going to complete that. It was just for a development plan. Let's take a look and see which one of these strikers we should sign. So Vlahovic at an 80. Holchek at 76. Jonathan David. I don't think he's too high in his overall that he'd want an important squad role. I think Aubameyang certainly would. Jovic as well might accept rotational. So right now I think it's probably between... And Kettler is kind of interesting, but right now I'm kind of leaning between Jovic, David, and Vlahovic. I think we make a poll for this one. While I create this poll, if you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to like and subscribe. Help me out. So we reach that 44,000 subscribers. I think we can hit it pretty soon. All right. We got Vlahovic. We've got David. And third option, Jovic. All right, poll is live. Go ahead and get involved in that. Mind the spelling on Vlahovic. I don't know why the C cut off. Let's see some of these results, though. Looks like Vlahovic and Jovic taking out an early lead. I would say Vlahovic is probably the most realistic transfer. I think a move from Fiorentina is definitely on the cards. I was kind of surprised he stayed in the summer, but he's in pretty good goal scoring form. Let me see what he's actually working with right now. Let's see. Dusan Vlahovic. Valuation of 55 million. 16 appearances, 13 goals. Is he top goal scorer in Serie A this season? All right, let's see if we can make the Vlahovic deal happen. 42 to 58, and I believe we have 45. Let's see. They want 46. I think we're going to end up spending about 45 for this transfer. We go back with a 43 offer, maybe 44. 44 mil for Vlahovic. So if we want to make some more transfers, we need to let players go, which isn't a problem. How on earth does Milan have 44 mil? I think probably from, well, the Donnarumma deal, he left on a free, right? So they didn't get funds that way. I don't know. It's a good question. Oh, you already know I got the top nationalities, Zona. Let's take a look. See some of the top nationalities at the club. Brazil, Argentina, France, Netherlands, Spain. A lot of Croatian players. Is Serbia on the list at all? Serbia, surprisingly, is not on the list, but I still think this is a good transfer. So maybe the next deal we'll maybe look after a Brazilian or Argentine player. France could be a good shot as well. Not a whole lot of players from the Netherlands either, or Belgium. Anyways, let's get into this deal. That's the top foreign players at Milan, actually. JBEC. Basically, Transfermarkt looks at all the foreign players at the club and kind of like tallies up from each nationality. All right, let's see if he accepts this rotational role. This is big. If he'll be okay with a rotational role. He might want to port in, and he does. Nice. That's exactly what we want. 5-year deal. No release clause included. And contract-wise, what are we saying here? I feel like Milan, a lot of their wages, right about the 50K mark. Brahim Diaz is on a 90K contract, but that's probably because of Real Madrid. So I think something like, honestly, 50 to 60K would probably be fine. I'm going to go slightly higher at 70. He's fine with it. We could have gotten away with maybe 55, 60K, but that's fine. Vlahovic is definitely going to be a future first teamer. See if he qualifies for any dev plans. Exciting prospect status. Medium, 3-star, 3-star. So none of these. What do we want to work on? Obviously his pace could use some improving. And then again, he's going to be... I feel like he's a pretty mobile striker. I think we'd probably leave him on this development plan to help out his pace. His long shots, which is really the only thing he's lacking in for shooting. Also some of his dribbling stats. All right, squad number wise, let's see. It's got the number 9 for Fiorentina. Where's number 18 for Serbia? Let's see if either of those are open. So Giroud's number 9. 18 is open. We probably give him that. And once Giroud starts to drop in his overall, and maybe we let him go, Vlahovic can inherit the number 9 as well. Yeah, that's a position change, but sometimes if you look through the different positions, it can work on the stats without actually making the change final. So it's just to make sure we can work on some of the areas he's lacking in. Apparently this was under his evaluation. I don't know about that. Yeah, the position change was purpose, guys. I'll show you guys here in the squad hub. Like, obviously you can keep it on balanced if you don't want to change anything, but if you look at what he works on for left winger, you don't actually need to make the position change final. You can just have the player work on his pace, his shooting, his passing, dribbling, which if you look at all the different stats he's lacking in, it kind of balances him out a bit more. If y'all would rather see him on balance, that's fine too. What's a good career to do? Well, Milan's a pretty decent one. A lot of people are saying Leicester, if you want to stick to Premier League. I think Leicester would make for a pretty fun save. Look at Fiorentina trying to entice us with Bonaventura, who's a beast. You guys remember Bonaventura from the Fiorentina career mode? He was so good. We're going to let Helga finish up his loan spell over at Frankfurt, but I could see him getting into the substitutes to begin with. I actually have an idea in mind for the next realistic rebuild. That is outside of the top 5 leagues. I'm curious to see how it'll do because, you know, obviously when you do a major team, there's a little bit of that big name appeal. But I think this next team I have in mind for a realistic rebuild is pretty interesting. Also very, it's aligning with the time of the year. That's the only hints I'll get. This actually isn't a bad offer from Benfica. For some reason, I could see Benacer maybe making the transfer there, but we'll let him stay at the club for now. Same thing with Hernandez. Some big offers, but for now, we'll reject. Nah, it's not. It's not in Portugal, guys. I don't think anyone's gonna guess it. Honestly. It's a pretty random one. But hopefully y'all enjoy it. I wouldn't be surprised if there hasn't been a rebuild on them from a career mode YouTuber. But that's the goal. It's like, if things go to plan and I can do more of those rebuilds outside the top 5 leagues, I think that's where my interest lies, you know? Still like to play the game every now and then, but I feel like I'm more interested in, you know, just talking about football. Some of the transfers. Interesting offer there from Ajax. Everyone's guessing my my next realistic rebuild, DY. I actually have seen it in the chat, so somebody got it right. I'm not going to say who it was. But I'm thinking of doing a team outside the top 5 leagues. I do want to do a career mode in Scotland eventually. I don't know who I would do for the rebuild. Aberdeen's a good one for sure. Kind of replicate the Fergie era, I guess, with them. Who's going to win the Champions League this time? Well, I think it depends on some of the matchups that come through. I kind of like Bayern's chances, but it's going to be very dependent on player injuries. Because last year, obviously, they had the Lewandowski injury when they, I think, lost to PSG. So if Lua can stay healthy and Leroy Sané continues scoring goals like he has been, they definitely look dangerous. Let's see, defending scenario. Fast shot's another one we want to do, and then I think hot potato. All right, let's get into some of these drills. Knock him out so we can get player sharpness up a bit. Shamrock Rovers in Ireland. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. We'll definitely finish up the Hamburg save. But I don't know if we'll keep doing the episode-based content. It seems like there's more interest in the realistic rebuilds. We'll see. I mean, I don't want to just like do one kind of content, if that makes sense. So right now I'm kind of trying to been like alternating between the episode-based stuff and the realistic rebuilds since they take more time. We'll see. We just let him score here. We already got the A. Yeah, I've been thinking actually about doing a Journeyman series. So if it makes sense, would probably just do one episode or one season per episode, just switch clubs. So if we want to continue the series-based content, that might be a shout. It's too bad we don't have Mayon's real face scan in game. Still pulling off some saves though. I feel like we're not going to get the A this time around. Unless we start going on a streak. Here we go. Got a few in a row now. I think we're leaving it close, guys. If we get a few in a row now, we got at least a B. We might be able to clutch up here. Intense scenes. Salamakers. Oh, that's clutch from Salamakers to get the A. Started balling out all of a sudden. AC Milan crew mode right now, just bought Vlahovic to replace Zlatan. Well, we just brought in Vlahovic as well. Pretty good transfer. I mean, the fact that he can sign as a rotational player, that's a big selling point for me. The dog is out on a walk right now, so things are good with Star. I don't know if she's going to keep growing, but she's gotten a lot bigger since the last time you guys saw her on stream. Sweet. A's all around. We're good there. And we don't need to do any more training drills. Yeah, Mayon's face scan should be actually added in the next title update. Apparently another player. Basically anyone that you see that's like essentially bald like this, I assume, should be getting a face scan in the next squad update. So for now, Maignan is just has a placeholder face right now. Anyways, first match of the season against Empoli. DY, that's my own jersey. I can go full screen for a second. But yeah, you should be able to see in the back. It says Flickiify, number 9. Back when I did some esports stuff with the Sounders. Personally, I don't think Vlahovic is overhyped, Everton. You look at his goal contribution in the last 2 seasons. They're pretty good. Anyways, captaincy for the Empoli fixture. Cure wants to be captain. Oh, Calabria is captain right now. I think we try to keep that for now, but the game might force us to make that change. Let's update this team, though. Let's see, Romagnoli, Tonali, Krunic, Rebic, Vlahovic, Giroud. Anyone else that we need to include? Maybe Bakayoko? Well, we have Tonali already. I think that's a pretty good starting 11 substitutes. We can take a look at our homegrown talent. You should be done with that striker change as well. Let's see. Maybe get him involved. Any guesses? From a 67 rated to... It's got to be in the 70s. 73 pace, 76 shooting. I'm thinking a 75 here. A lot of you are going on the lower end, actually. And 75 might be a bit too ambitious. We'll see, though. I think we probably try to loan him out this season. Just so he can grow in his overall. Let's see. 67 to a 70. Dang. Honestly, I was anticipating more. Did anyone actually guess 70? Mateo got it right. You're the only one to guess 70. That's a bit underwhelming, if I'm being honest. Let me loan list some of these younger players. How many keepers do we have at the club? We got 3. We have 4, actually, so we can loan out another one. This guy can go out on loan. Kalulu might stay as a rotational right back. We have Conti, though. Florenzi on loan. Yeah, he can actually go as well. Tonali stays, Vlahovic stays, Rafael Leao stays, Salamarkin can stay. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And then we'll promote our homegrown talent. I'll check and see if we have fullbacks on the bench. And then I'll get a youth academy update for you guys on the 1st of September. Let's see if we can sign up any scouts here. 20 mil in our budget. How did that happen? I feel like, hold on. Do we have a player departure? Trying to find the transfer history here. Let's see. So Vlahovic for 44 mil. How do we still have that? How do we still have that many funds? We only had like 40 million in our transfer budget. I don't know how that's happened, but apparently we have more to work with than we anticipated. Board just giving us extra funds, which I'm not complaining. And a 5-star scout here from Spain. Nice. We'll wait on a last one, though. Hopefully coming out in the next week or so. Yeah, usually shirt sales don't impact that sort of stuff, though. Like, I know we've gotten a profit from that. Kind of weird. Usually it's just like cup performance that gives you the extra funds, but we'll get into this match here against Empoli. Hopefully a quick sim can still get us the result. What's going on, Baller? And 4-0. Exactly how we want to start off the season. Let's see. Ibra getting a brace. Rebic and Raheem also getting goals. Blahovic getting 14 appearances, or 14 minutes. No point scouting. I would disagree. I think you can get, for a realistic rebuild, like, even the Malaga save, I was able to get some youth academy players involved within 6 seasons and become one of the better players in the squad. So it's definitely possible. You just have to start scouting early enough, I think. I think David Neres might be someone we look to sign, or Anthony look to sign in January. I think we're pretty good on transfers right now. I mean, best team to do a financial takeover with in the Prem would be Newcastle, in my opinion. I think top Prem career wins right now. The Newcastle financial takeover is going to be... I think Newcastle is going to be a popular career mode the rest of FIFA, honestly. Especially if they make some signings in January. Which I assume they will. Norwich could be interesting. Aston Villa, West Ham. Basically any team that's seen a manager change, I think would make for a good career mode. And teams that are doing well, like West Ham right now. A Barca Europa League rebuild. Maybe. I do need to do some bigger teams for the rebuilds. Barcelona might be a good shout. I guess that it wouldn't be that difficult to go in and replicate. You would just need to fix results that they would finish third in their group. Yeah, Palace always are a pretty good save. They got some good players like Zaha. And to be fair, they made some great transfers over the summer. Like Edouard. Gonna add Napoleon Dynamite as channel emote. What do you guys think? I wish I could I actually might have... I've got the emotes here on... Let me see. YouTube emotes. Oh, I do have Flick Wig actually. Yeah. Maybe I'll do that after the stream today. Apparently Fellaini going to Syria. Love to see that. What other emotes do you think we should add? Let me see how many I can actually go and update for you guys. I want to do some more of the channel member perks. It's just like a matter of figuring out what would be good content for you guys. Maybe some sort of exclusive stuff if, you know, there's enough interest in it. So it looks like I can add 4 or 5 emojis right now. Hey, DY, I appreciate it. Big fan of yours, Flick. Keep up the great content. Yeah, we're going to try. Been really enjoying the realistic rebuild stuff, both for the live streams and the videos. So, yeah, I think for the rest of the FIFA, I think with the current slider settings we're using, finally seem to work out in my favor. So I'm enjoying gameplay again, which is nice. Hopefully we can get our homegrown talent here out on loan pretty quickly. And a 1-1 draw to Venezia. Absolutely massive. Who got their goal? Okereke. I think if we do end up doing a Serie A career mode, like episode-based content, it's got to be Venezia. All right, transfer deadline day here. Big debate, Inter, AC Milan. I've always been more of a fan of AC Milan, personally. I think I kind of started watching more Italian football kind of in that 2012, 2013. Really when I started playing FIFA and Ultimate Team. With like Zlatan and Thiago Silva. I think if I started watching a bit earlier, I mean, Inter were kind of the dominant team. They had that Champions League run with Mourinho. Fenwa, the player we signed was Vlahovic as a rotational player. I think we spent about 44 mil to make that deal final. So I think that's going to be the only transfer we make here in the summer. Oh, does Serie A show up on Paramount Plus? I need to look that up because I got Paramount Plus for Champions League. I might need to end up getting, I think it's the ESPN, one of the ESPN subscriptions for Bundesliga. I was thinking about it with their Klassiker last weekend with Dortmund and Bayern, but yeah, R9 at Inter as well. I think that influences a lot who your favorite clubs abroad is. It's like, it depends when you started watching football. So like for me, as far as Premier League goes, it's like when I first started watching, it was really just the big clubs that were on TV. Like anytime Manchester United and Chelsea were playing, I think Arsenal were pretty massive still in the States back then. But I don't know. I would say purely from career mode, Southampton are kind of the team that I follow. This is an interesting offer. Castileo. He's not even the starting 11 or substitutes. Maybe we let this loan happen. What do you guys think? Do we need to keep him as a squad rotational player? 26 years old, so he can go up in his overall. We don't have too many wingers in this team already. Pele at Southampton. Yeah. Southampton, I think a lot of people might forget about their Europa League run under who's it? Ronald Koeman. Yeah, I think that's the only problem, DY. We don't have a lot of winger depth, so I think we keep Castileo just because we have Champions League football to consider. I'm just hoping we get that loan offer for our homegrown talent. If not, we'll have to, I guess, wait until January to make that happen. Oh, we do get a loan offer. You know, I think we've got enough time. A 2-year offer from Burnley with 4 hours left. We should be able to have this done if we just accept it straight away. And then we can always recall him. But yeah, Bernardi to Burnley. Meant to be. Tielemans to Bayern. Might be the top deal. And Leicester coming in for Kessie. Imagine that partnership with Frank Kessie and Ndidi. Dude, that would be something else. That's like one of those squads you would have on Ultimate Team. Kessie as the box-to-box player. Also, what's going on here? What happened to career mode, guys? Dude, you see this occasionally. It doesn't even show up when you go into the file. But I remember homegrown talents, they got glitched last year. Oh, now it's just no background. But yeah, sometimes homegrown talents and their aperture and like saturation would be super. It's like you go into Photoshop and just turn up the saturation. That's what the homegrown talent player picture looked like sometimes. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but crew mode it seems like a little bit laggy sometimes. It's not something I would usually have happen to me. But anyways, that's the transfer window done. Let's get that scouting update done as well. Maybe we can sign another 5-star scouts. Okay, we'll have to wait. All right. I think we keep our Italian scout in Italy. Just look for any type of player. And I'll leave this next one up to y'all. 5-star. Again, I'll pull up the 4 nationalities at the club. Brazil might be a go. 37 former players from Brazil, Argentina, France popular. Yeah, I think that's the thing, DY. Once you play enough career mode like me, like I've been playing like a good amount on and off since like FIFA 13. So for me, it's just finding ways to keep career mode interesting. And just a rule of thumb that I try to follow is not sign the same player twice. I mean, it's going to happen occasionally, especially for like live stream saves and things like that. But you know, there's so many players available in career mode and dynamic potentials of things. So it's definitely possible to not sign just the super high potential players. And ultimately it keeps the game fresh for me. I think we maybe go Brazil, technically gifted. Brazil always OP. I think it brings back the best and highest potential players. But you guys can see we've got Champions League coming up. I'm gonna try to get through one season, at least in today's rebuild episode. We're only 50 minutes into the stream, to be fair, so I feel like our progress is going a bit quicker here with Milan compared to what we're doing with Southampton. It's a tough group to advance out of. I can understand why Milan finished. This has to be the most difficult group. Like Porto even aren't a bad team. Like usually in each Champions League group you have 2 standouts. Group A is relatively difficult. Pretty easy group here with Ajax's. Again, 2 good teams here. 2 to 3 good teams in Group E. 2 good teams here. Yeah, I would say we have the most difficult group by far. Yeah, Europa League at the minimum, but I'm going to see if we can get us into Champions League. It's another interesting offer. If Rebic wasn't a starter... Actually, doesn't Rebic come on off the bench for us? I mean, the transfer window's closed, so... That might have to be one I consider. 82 rated Rebic at 27 years old. Might put him in for some of the simulations. Group G was fun to follow. A lot of young talents there. Which one is that? If we get another offer from Rebic, I might consider it. I could honestly see a move to somewhere like Leipzig. Oh, he used to play over at Frankfurt. I didn't even know Frankfurt and Leipzig were rivals. Because there really aren't that many teams that are nearby Leipzig in the Bundesliga. Yeah, I might end up doing this, you know. A +4 in rating. All right, 2 consecutive draws. Do a Valencia rebuild. Yeah, Valencia are a good shout. I mean, if I didn't do a crew mode with them last year. All right, first Champions League match. What are you guys saying, though? Are we doing Rebic or Leao? Here out wide. Rebic, I think, is going to be good for the overall rating. It's a +4. Actually, pretty similar stats. Rebic just better in essentially every category. Play Messiah more. Where's he at? Messias, 30 years old. Yeah, I don't know how much involved he's going to be for this rebuild, but maybe as a cam. Seems pretty 50-50 on Rebic and Leao. I'll tell you what, the next 2 games, next 2 Champions League fixtures will alternate, and we'll see who scores more goals. I think whichever one's in better form. As of right now, Rebic has the 1 goal, 2 assists, Leao with just 1 goal. So I'm kind of leaning towards starting Rebic. Let me go and see. Good team for a realistic rebuild outside of England. I think look at the Champions League results if you want to do kind of a higher profile team. To be honest, RB Leipzig could be interesting, especially with Jesse Marsch leaving. I still think it's somewhat of a rebuilding project since Timo Werner left. So that could be a shout, trying to compete with Dortmund and Bayern in Bundesliga. We'll do an interactive match sim for this one. Just catch up on chat a little bit. Is it realistic to bring Werner back to Leipzig? I don't know how much of a budget they have to work with. I wouldn't say in season 1. The thing about Werner, he's still going to be really good in career mode. And I feel like he's pretty involved still in Chelsea's play. You know, might not have the goals to necessarily show for it, but he does make an impact making his runs. I feel like Chelsea plays worse without him, in my opinion. It's the reason he still gets minutes. Cal, I haven't played too much Football Manager recently, but I was doing a save with Kaiserslautern in Bundesliga 3, or the 3rd Bundesliga. Got promotion in my first season, just haven't really picked up the game in the last week or two. By the way, this is like a must-win match against Porto. Like, these are the teams that we need to get a win against. Because it's going to be tough sailing against Atletico and Liverpool. Change and prove one thing to FIFA 22 crew mode. I don't know if there's like one single thing in mind. I think in general, it just like there needs to be more detail towards like having, I don't know, something like FM where they have a second team for your youth academy. I think that would go a long way. A lot of FM features would be massive for career mode, but also it would be pretty cool if you could actually like see the highlights in real time. Kind of like how FM does. Instead of having to watch minute by minute, you know, it just shows the key chances, which makes simulating a little bit more fun. after a while, interactive match sim just, it gets a little bit boring. I think I'm just going to jump to result here. Maybe make some changes at halftime. I'll bring Liao in for Rebic here. We'll give Vlahovic some minutes. Maybe Tonali as well for Benacer. Nil-nil. That is not what we need. We need points. Well, more than 1 point. Meanwhile, I think Bakayoko will be returning to Chelsea if he's only here on loan. Yeah, I think a little bit more randomness and options for the press conference questions. I think that would be nice. All right. Milan derby. And we get the win. Vlahovic finally stacking up some goals. You'll love to see it. Yeah, I think the fact that FM is on Xbox Game Pass, it's definitely increasing its user base. And that's the thing. Yeah, when I was playing more FM, that's part of the reason why I can't play as much. I just don't have enough time. We're trying to get like 2 videos out a week and other obligations. But yeah, it can definitely be a bit of a time sink, which is a good thing. And can be a bad thing if you got other things to do. TSP, we're mostly going to be focusing on simulations for the realistic rebuilds, just so we can get through the seasons. I think most of the gameplay focus is going to be for the videos we upload. Salamaker's injury, that's never good. So maybe it's a good decision that we decided to keep our other winger. Looks to be a longer term one as well. Yeah, so I think Castelleo goes in there. I'm doing good, Vishesh. And just 5 days for Salamakers, actually, so not too bad. Surely we have to be towards the top of Serie A. This is like another one where we want to get at least 1 point against Atletico Madrid because they lost against Liverpool. So if we can start taking a bit of a lead here, that'd be nice. I think we hopefully aim to have Liverpool win their matches and finish top of the group, and we can hopefully sneak in at second. Yeah, Modric to Spurs would be pretty cool. I think any former signings, like any former player signings, would be nice. Even someone like, I don't know, Hazard to I don't know if he would make the transfer to Chelsea if he still fits into that team, but back to the Prem would be nice. Sam, we're just doing a little realistic rebuild here with Milan. So mostly focusing on simulations and signings. Trying to get them past the group stage of Champions League and hopefully into Europa League at the least. We'll do interactive match sim again here. Come on. These are the sort of matches I don't mind seeing how they play out because, I mean, quick sim is just so random at times. I believe we're the lighter shade of red going from left to right. Yeah, I think who's Hazard linked with in the Prem? Was it Aston Villa? Or West Ham, something like that? Oh, that should have been the opening goal right there. Isn't Kessie a little too high rated? We'll see if we get offers. Apparently he hasn't renewed his contract with Milan, so yeah, I think if we get like maybe a prem offer in January, then we'll let Kessie leave. It also depends if we advance out of the group stage. If we get into the knockouts of Champions League, then I think we could keep Kessie. If we only have Europa League, yeah, I agree, he's too high rated. See, the funny thing with Newcastle is, like, when I made the Bale transfer in that save, there were a few people saying it was an unrealistic move, but then the club goes and gets a financial takeover, so the Flickiify effect. Obviously, I had no influence over the Newcastle move, but it's still funny sometimes when you're doing a career mode and like the club either outperforms like what they've been doing recently. It's happened in a couple of my saves, to be fair. Southampton were top of the Premier League for, I think, like one day during the Southampton save last year. Yeah, we're going to have a tough time scoring goals here. Oblak on these simulations, man. That's why I never like playing against Atletico Madrid. A free kick for us, though, that apparently looks inside the box. Is that not? Like, Brahim Diaz is taking this inside the 18-yard box. I don't know, man. Career mode sometimes. I think that should have been a penalty, but we move. Stats-wise, we're not doing too bad. All right, Vlahovic a striker. I do feel like we need another cam option. You know what we could do? We could play Rafael Leao here. Still gets a +3. And hopefully that'll be enough for us to get the result here. I think if we win this one, we have a good chance of finishing second in our group. So now I believe we're going right to left. Off the crossbar. We'll take it. Convert Leao to right wing. Man's got potential. And Ndombele would be a realistic transfer. Yeah, I think if we get some offers for the Prem, I wouldn't mind signing someone like Ndombele. I don't know how much he's featuring actually for Spurs. It's a pretty high profile move when he made the transfer. Okay. So they're 4 yards further forward. Good to know. Because that when they were actually taking it, that was definitely inside the 18-yard box. Let's see if we make any more changes. I think Tonali for Benacer. Call it good. He doesn't start under Conte. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of the players we've been focusing on. Mostly talents that have lost their place in the starting 11 at big name clubs. Like Anthony Martial, for example. Yep, that's the goal. From Luis Suarez. That's another thing. When you jump to results, sometimes the scores just go absolutely off. I mean, Leao gets his goal, but we're in a bit of trouble for Champions League now. We probably need to get a win against Liverpool or Atletico Madrid next time around. Now it's a realistic rebuild. Yeah, you could say that. I want to at least get Europa League though. Oh, I didn't know you can go to the match directly from here. That's interesting. I think we might try the calendar sim against Liverpool because we have essentially nothing to lose. We'll attend the press conference, get morale up. But a win here would be big. I assume Atletico Madrid will beat Porto. So they'll have 6 points probably. We need at least 4. I think if we don't get 4, then we're just trying to get third. Yeah, Denny Aarons is he's entertaining. I watched a couple of his Clips channel videos. All right, so Florenzi and Bakayoko, they're going to have their loan end, which we're not all that surprised about. Come on, calendar sim luck. Let's get the calendar sim cheese. Dude, the calendar sim is where it's at. Like, we should not be winning that game, but... now we're still in the running. All right. Ibra unfortunately going down 1 in his rating. So Vlahovic, he might take over by the end of the season as our starting striker. We're top of the league. Can we get a perfect month here? All victories. Depends on this match against Roma, and we lose, of course. Yo, I think Porto, they beat Atletico Madrid. Let's see. Yeah, Porto won 2-1 against Atletico Madrid. I think they just helped us out quite a bit. So if we can get a win against Porto and then a win against either Liverpool or Atleti, we should be able to finish second. We still haven't had like a standout youth academy player yet. For me, I think over $1 million has to be the valuation for them to like definitely play a role in the rebuild. Like a couple of 94 potential players, but this is a big one. We get a win against Liverpool. Maybe we can see another upset from Porto and Atletico Madrid. I think it all depends how we do in the group stage, Bishesh. What competition we're involved in or a lack of competition will kind of determine the transfers we make. So we lose the calendar sim this time. We need to win against Porto. All of a sudden, we're starting to lose. So yeah, hopefully what happens, we get a win against Porto, Atletico Madrid, lose to Liverpool, and then we can maybe get a draw against Atletico Madrid and we'll finish second. I do remember the Hakeem Mastor. I don't know if it's on my channel or B Modest's channel, but we had a 1 or 2 episode podcast called the Mastor Debators. Spelled like, I don't know, basically a pun on Hakeem Mastor. Good stuff. Or like that was our pro club's name or something. I don't know. But yeah, I saw BCHD's video about Mastor last FIFA, which I don't know if he was in last FIFA or something, but yeah, it's a super old video, DY. It's like from FIFA 15. Let me see. So if you search Flickiify Pro Clubs. There's a video from FIFA 16. Or you can do FIFA 16 Pro Clubs, number 1, the Pardew Samba. Good times. Still play the occasional Pro Clubs. But Rebic getting the goal. We'll give it one more goal and then we'll jump to result here. Adel Tarop's still in crew mode, isn't he? Playing at Benfica these days, I believe. Might have a real face scan as well. Yeah, now the Pardew Samba video is going to get a spike in views in real time. Just a random FIFA 15, FIFA 16 video. Yeah, I don't know. It's like Pro Clubs I would definitely do. I think there should be like more Pro Clubs content on YouTube. I know the Sidemen do it occasionally, which is always quality stuff. And then you've got like JCC. Not at the moment, Vishesh. I think there will probably come a time where I bring on an editor and some extra help, but for now I'm good. You know, Porto just answering back. This dude, Tarami. I think we just jump to result. I'm bringing Vlahovic on. And Tonali. As soon as these substitutions are made, we're going to jump to result, and I think we get the dub. One to two. Does that knock us out here? I think it depends on the next game, but we might have just gotten knocked out of Champions League. Let's see. Yeah, so there's a very good likelihood we finish last. We need a win against Atletico Madrid. Dude. I swear. I swear. Well, I guess it's a realistic rebuild. All right. Come on, Liverpool. Clutch up against Porto so that we can at least get Europa League. And obviously we need a win. On the bright side, we might be able to challenge for the Serie A title. They did finish last IRL, yeah. The whole point of this stream was to hopefully get them out of the group stage, but we'll see how we do here. What do you guys think? Interactive match sim? Counter sim? Jump to result? At least we finally found a good youth academy player. An Italian left back, maybe a future Maldini here. I think he's got to be in the 60s. Let's see. A 63 overall for Sana. I think it's probably his best rating as well at left back. He's 5'7". Let's do interactive match sim so we can get a live reaction here. And just hope for the best. To be fair, we were pretty close against Atletico Madrid last time before they got their goal. And the game has finally decided to update kit colors, so that's good. Oh, did our left back have the skinny arm glitch? Yeah. I feel like you run into that problem probably 3 out of 4 times, if not 1 out of every 2. Yeah, a few people have had that problem with their homegrown talent, where they get listed as a goalkeeper, usually in the 20s for their rating. Now, does it take... I don't even know if you can convert a goalkeeper to, like, striker, for example, or if they're just stuck there. I've never actually tried that. Doing a position change on a goalkeeper. Let's see some of these stats. So we got possession. Nah, goalkeepers can't be converted. Damn. That's some bad luck then. I think Josh actually ran into that problem. So you're telling me I can't convert Manuel Neuer to a striker, which is a shame. FIFA 21 over FIFA 22. I think, yeah, in terms of features added, I think 21 is definitely was more... What is the best best adjective to describe that? More innovative, I suppose, than FIFA 22. FIFA 22 career mode, at least. I don't think they added anything. Like my player that... I'll give them credit. My player they did a good job with, but actual manager mode itself, I don't think there are any changes. Which is fine. Like, the game is playable, but you want to see more stuff added. Couple of stadium updates, which I'll also give credit for, but in terms of actual features. We have to remember FIFA 21 also had bugs, though. I mean, the no torso glitch was a thing, I think, up until January last year. Creative Club definitely needs some new features. I kind of forgot that it got added, in all honesty. I mean, the only thing I've done on Creative Club is the Palermo rebuild. Oh, I just realized they're down to 10 men. Let's get the result here, boys. Come on. I think we go attacking then. He's offside. You know, Oblak is just making every save. I think another cool thing would be if you could see like the Champions League results in real time, like during your simulation. Like for example, like the Liverpool Porto match, it would be nice to get updates while we're playing this, kind of like you do in when you actually jump in for a game in the gameplay. You'll get the score ticker updates. It's a goal. Nope. Counter. We're going to get a draw. We're going to get knocked out of Champions League and finish last in our group. Unless we get a chance here. Nope. That's full time. So does this happen to you guys as well? Obviously, we're in the 90th minute, and then all of a sudden you get a 67th minute goal. I was kind of hoping we would get a goal at the death. Is that just like... Is that broken? Or, Brahim has gone back in time and he scored a goal for Milan. And Liverpool got the win. I think we just secured Europa League, guys. How has that happened? What? No. Is it because of results Porto actually go through? Does Champions League work like that? All that work for nothing. Yeah, Porto got the... Nah, I thought it was goal differential, honestly. Damn. So basically, regardless of that result, we were going to get knocked out anyway. Yeah, how does that... Let's see how this compares to the actual table standings. Let's see. So Milan table, Champions League. IRL, Liverpool finished with 18 points. So, I mean, the standings are actually the same. IRL was Liverpool with 18, Atletico Madrid with 7, Porto with 5, Milan with 4. So the order is the same. Points are obviously a lot different. Any other big surprises? City in third. I didn't even know Austria Wien were in Champions League. Barcelona also in third. That's another realistic result here. Can we just get the Barcelona offer and move clubs? I'll tell you, career mode is realistic sometimes. Whether they mean it intentionally or not. So, I mean, we're out of Champions League. I think Kessie probably leaves the club, no? Who's too good to stay? Do we review offers for Theo Hernandez? Who goes on the transfer list? Because now we really need to start rebuilding if we're not in Champions League. I saw on Twitter the other day that I think it was like a messy, I don't know, like announcement when he was talking to the fans. He was like on the mic and he was talking about like how big of an achievement it actually was, what I assume, when they won the league. Theo Hernandez and Kessie leave. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I'm going to renew their contract though, because otherwise some team's just going to come in on a free. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'll wait until the January transfer window opens, and then I'm going to look at the contracts. If we can get an offer before the January transfer window, then that's fine. All right, Steven, catch you later. Appreciate you hanging out. You just did see Bald Magnon. It's he has a placeholder face scan right now. So Kessie is not happy. Kind of forgot about offering him a new contract. Yo, Zlatan's retiring. Man, this is going to be a historic season. Zlatan passing the torch over to Vlahovic. All right, so contracts are sorted. Yeah, I haven't played FIFA on PC this year, but I know there's a lot of things you can add. For example, I mean, that's kind of an interesting offer, but I think Kessie has to go to a top 5 league. But yeah, as far as FIFA on PC goes, there's a lot of things you can add. I know you can update like custom face scans, which is nice. Tattoos, I think, might even be a thing. This dude's still working on a left back plan. Interesting. So halfway through, we're top of Serie A. We're out of Champions League. We've had players recalled from their loan. We need to make some signings here in January. So Kessie probably going out of the club. So center defensive mid and a left back. We could just bring in Tonali here to the starting 11. I don't think that's a bad move. And then just focus on a left back signing, maybe. Maybe a left back signing, maybe a center back as well. A cam could be a shout because Brahim, I think, is only here on a loan. Bernardi up +6 in his rating. I think a cam might be a signing. All right, what do you guys think for a kind of a box-to-box center defensive mid option? And a left back. I think left back's the first area we try to improve. And then if we still have funds left over, Tonali could either fit in or he can stay on the bench. Let's look for a left back, though. Who are some good shouts? Again, I'll pull up the top 4 nationalities here. Surely there's some good Brazilian left backs out there. Argentina left backs. I think the one we did in our Malaga rebuild, Kufre, is the only one that comes to mind. Yeah, Luka Nets. Okay, showing great potential. We do want someone that gets right into the starting 11. How much playtime is Digne getting at Everton? He's definitely good enough on rating, but he's made the transfer to Sociedad. Right on Lodi. He's transferred to Spurs. I think honestly the main thing that we should look at, any high-rated left backs that aren't in like their squad starting 11. So basically any big name clubs that have 2 good left backs. That's where we should be looking. Tagliafico from Ajax is a shout. He's gone at Chelsea. Everyone's making transfers. Nuno and Thomas Tavares. Yeah. I think any non-top 5 leagues are also fair game. Thomas is a right back, right? Alex Telles is a shout. 29 years old. Left-footed Brazilian. I honestly think that's a shout. He's gotten a downgrade in his rating recently. I think it kind of fits the playstyle of getting involved in the attack as well. We're letting Theo Hernandez leave because we didn't get Champions League football, Mateus. We finished last in our group, so it looks like Theo Hernandez and Kessie will probably leave the club if we get good offers. So we kind of just want to plan in advance, scout out the players. Yeah, Grimaldo would be another good transfer over at Benfica. Kind of has age on his side, can still grow into a pretty decent player. Okay, so Grimaldo, Telles. And I think Cam for the other position. Because Brahim Diaz will be returning to Madrid at the end of the season. We could try to make this transfer permanent. What do you guys think about that? Let's take a look. He's got an evaluation of 39.5 mil. It is a 2-year loan, to be fair. So we don't need to worry about it this season. Where's Guerrero at? Here we go. Rafael Guerrero. Didn't realize he was an 84 overall. That release clause for Ndombele might happen. Nabil Fekir as well. He's 28 years old. Guerrero at Can gets a +3. Yeah, he's incredibly well balanced for his stats. So let's go ahead and... No, just keep Romagnoli as a placeholder, I suppose. So yeah, we definitely need that left back signing in this transfer window. Anyone else that we should shortlist? I think we're pretty well balanced for wingers now. Defensively, we could make that Sven Botman transfer, but with having Romagnoli, Tomori, and Kier, I don't think we have any issues here. Some shouts for Owen Wijndal. Is he still at AZ? He is. Okay. One of the few players that did not leave the Eredivisie. Bernat could be a shout. A lot of Spanish players here at AC Milan. Anyone else that would be realistic? I think if we have both Kessie and Hernandez leave, we're gonna have over 100 mil. Yeah, I think Grimaldo could be a good transfer. I think Grimaldo or Telles, both of them would be fine. Maybe Boltman if we want to bring in a center back for the future. I'll go ahead and add Ziyech as well. I didn't realize he was linked with Milan, but It'd be an upgrade for us at right wing. Let's get Anthony here too. And I'll do Zinchenko, but then I think we're pretty good. We'll get Donny van de Beek as well. Try to go for that Netherlands signing. All right. I think we're pretty good. We got some players in mind. We can always add some more later. But it all depends what offers come in. See, you know, like Leicester, they're including Soumare as part of a swap deal, but I don't think Hernandez to Leicester is like the move. I think it's got to be like one of the top 4 clubs in England. I think it's got to be like Chelsea or even like Spain. I could see a move to Spain as well. But Leicester doesn't stand out to me. I don't know how we've lost against Spezia. And we're out in the cup. Manchester United, okay. So they're only offering essentially his base value. What do you think the min price for Kessie is? Like the 82.8? Let's get into talks. So system manager thinks we can get anywhere between 82 and 100. What do you think we start here? 85? 80? I think it was FIFA Kurbo Tips on Twitter was saying like this United manager kind of looks like Mark Zuckerberg. What are y'all saying here? I can see the resemblance a little bit. I'm just afraid if we offer 85, it's going to be too much. Let's just go 82. I don't think they're going to pay up. Like, I think 70 is probably the max they'll do. Maybe 75. Swap with Van de Beek. That could be a shout, you know. So Donny van de Beek, 41.5. Yeah, I think the max they would maybe offer is 75. What do y'all think about the swap deal? I think Van de Beek would be an interesting transfer. They have Pogba, they have Muller. They still have Fred. We could just go after Alex Telles straight away. We were interested. I'll tell you what, I'll say 75. And if they can't meet 75, then we'll just wait for other offers. Yeah, it's not going to work. Maybe they'll come back, but it seems like they didn't have that many funds to work with. We're only halfway through transfer window. Kier with an offer from Arsenal. This is kind of interesting. Do you think Kier's too highly rated at the team? We could then make that Sven Boltman transfer if Kier were to depart. This is kind of an interesting one. It's a decent initial offer to begin with. Maybe in the summer. Yeah, he has gone up in his rating, to be fair to him. Let's kind of test the waters, see what other offers come in. Still got time left. We've had a dreadful month for results. And this would be kind of heartbreaking if Kessie leaves for Juve. To be fair, they've gone in with an offer less than that of United's. City are offering Jack Grealish as part of this deal. Let's see. I don't think I would want Grealish in this team, but surely City have the funds. What do you guys think about the Kessie offer to begin with? Like, I know Milan have probably lost out on some players to Juve. What do you think the min fee for Kessie? 80? We could start at 85. The only downside to this is obviously it strengthens their team. I don't think they're going to go higher than 80. I just don't know if like losing him for 80 mil to a rival club is necessarily worth it. On the other hand, we do want to let him leave. I'm going to say 80, guys. Like, I'm going to hold strong at 80. Otherwise, I'm going to wait for another offer. I think a club will come in with 80. Now, what about Hernandez? They're offering Jack Grealish with, I think, an additional 3 mil, so essentially a swap. I don't think that's worth it. Do you think 100 mil for Hernandez? I think they can meet 100 mil, honestly. Yeah, we could have gotten even more. They were ready to pay. So now we just need to get that offer for Kessie. Granada. That's like a super random offer. I don't think they have the funds. Nah, I'm just gonna reject that. Like I wouldn't mind a move to Spain, but it's like a super random offer. Yeah, I'm just going to wait until the end of the transfer window, see if we get that offer for Kessie. Because we can go in for players at any time. Like, it's not going to take long. Going to see if we get an offer here on transfer deadline day. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, so Kessie might be staying at the club. At least for this season. Yeah, so this is the last hour. And we get a Benacer offer. All right. So Kessie's staying for now. I'm going to go ahead and remove him from the transfer list. So, left back is definitely the area we need to improve. Maybe a cam. I think that's about it. Maybe a center back as well. Just over 100 mil. See, that's the thing. It's like, I swear some of these... Oh, we didn't get exactly a full 100 million because part of that goes to the board, I think. Let's see. Nets at a 71. Digne 83. So Tellez is still available. Grimaldo's still available. Guerrero and Weindl. Bernat. Zinchenko went to Juve. Bernat's not a bad transfer, you know. So I think it's Tellez, Grimaldo. I think Guerrero would probably stay unless someone else is starting for Dortmund. So I think it's Tellez, Grimaldo, Weindl, or Bernat. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Tagliafico, I believe, is at Chelsea. I think he transferred away. Let me see how many players I can put in my poll. Yeah, so I can only do 4 options. It's going to be Tellez, Grimaldo, Weindl, or Bernat. All right. That's the decision for you guys to make for left back. Aiden, we're going to go as long as we need to. I'd say the goal for this realistic rebuild is getting Champions League. So we're not going to do this every single stream. We still have the Southampton realistic rebuild, and I'll probably alternate between the two. As well as any other content for streams, which if you guys have any ideas, let me know. I do want to do some more my player stuff. Pretty close so far. Grimaldo currently winning the vote. Both him and Alex Tellez. I think Angelino might be too highly rated from Leipzig. Fairly close though. Get involved, guys. We'll give it like another minute. I think they all have their pros and cons. We're not going to have to pay that much for Grimaldo. I don't know if he has a contract expiring, but I feel like we might be able to pick him up for like 35. Let's see. Where do we start here? Like 40? Do we start at 35? The thing is, we have so many funds, we don't need to necessarily make a big deal. I mean, for 42 mil, let's just counter with 41, and I think they'll accept. It's a good deal. For like an 83, I think 84 rated player. Now, what are we saying for wages? As a reminder, I think Vlahovic was on 70 as a striker. He's only on 20.5 right now. I kind of want to just give him 70K. Seems to be consistent. Then again, defenders probably don't earn quite as much. $50K is fine. Yeah, that's a good transfer. Now the question is, do we want to make more signings here? We need to sign one young player. That's the tricky thing. It's like, because our youth academy player doesn't qualify. I don't know what a young player technically is according to the board objectives. Yeah, we might be in trouble for our manager rating. We need to make sure we accomplish as many of these as possible. I think we'll finish in a Champions League place, so we'll get a boost there. This is first season, Max. First season that we're doing this save. Yeah, if you guys know how to accomplish this board objective, I'm also a little bit concerned about squad depth because we don't have that many players. The thing, though, is Zona, we signed our Youth Academy player at the beginning of the season. That didn't accomplish the objective. So I think the next move is probably a cam. Aiden, I think you can accomplish this rebuild in like 3 to 4 seasons. I'm a bit disappointed that we didn't make progress in Champions League, but it looks like we'll qualify again. So it's not too big of a deal. We'll just toss up season 1 as an L. A lot of shouts for Oscar. Why is that? Did he play at Milan? I really only know Oscar from his Chelsea days. Young Oscar resembles Kaká. Yeah, Lucas Paqueta is probably the closest shout to like a Brazilian cam high potential. Kind of forgot he left. He's at Lyon. Yeah, tough call for this guy because we don't have a full scouting report. Maybe Coutinho. Still at Barcelona. Any other shouts for Cam, guys? Pretty open to whoever, whether they're linked IRL. Let me see what Coach 2's rated. He's 76 overall. So he's still good enough. We'd probably have to pay between 20 and 25 mil. Let's see, Benedetti. Nicolas Benedetti from West Brom. Any other rumored transfers? Anderson Talisca, yeah. It's a good shout. Let's see how Lyon are doing. I think they're in Europa League this season. So Lyon are 4th, which isn't the best. They're into the preliminary rounds. They finished 2nd in their group. Yeah, Lo Celso could play a variety of different roles for us. We do want someone that's a little bit more attacking minded. Like, I think we definitely need a cam for the future. The Brahim Diaz deal, I think we'll probably wait till we have enough funds. And Dombele can kind of play wherever. Yeah, he could definitely play as a cam. Only thing about him is I think he would want an important squad role. I don't think he'll get that this season. Because he's not taking out anyone in this midfield trio. Just keep in mind we are out of Champions League football. We don't have European competitions this season. So just keep that in mind for your suggestions. So someone like Dybala, I probably wouldn't sign this season. Maybe in the summer. So ideally someone that isn't in European competitions right now. They can definitely be someone for the future. This guy looks good. Let me look at this Kokchu guy. 3-star, 5-star. I could see him as a cam. Finesse shot trait outside the foot shot. Let's just go in and see if we can pick him up for like 20, 25 mil. I feel like 25 is fine. And he is good with the rotational roll. That's the big thing. I think for these transfers, we want to keep it relatively realistic. So they're not going to get to the starting 11 right away. All right. Let's see what his rating is. I'm guessing 79. Probably not quite 80. 78. So really not bad at all. I think we swap him for him. Giroud. Yeah, I think Giroud loses his spot to Castelleo. Stamina's not the best. Yeah, it's 85, so that's still pretty good. Let's put him on a cam dev plan, though. Let's see. So it's a CM. So he gets a -1 at cam, technically. Yeah, we'll just do this. I think if we work on his shooting attributes, he'll be a good cam for next season. And then we could probably make the Brahim Diaz transfer permanent. Let's say if we get Champions League football, then we can do that talk before the end of the season, because we have the funds left over. I think we still have what, like 60? Actually, not that many funds. All right, so essentially we're just simulating the rest of the season. Giroud, we'll try to loan list for next season. I don't think he's gonna play much of a role. He's down 4 in his rating. He's just dropping super far. I'll probably transfer list him, honestly, for next year. Aiden, we'll finish out this season, and I'll probably call it there. We should be able to wrap up the end of this season pretty easily. What do you guys think? Should we get into talks with Southampton, loan him out for a year, or should we just transfer list him next season? Yeah, I think we probably just transfer list him and accept an offer. He'll probably retire next year too. So we'll see if we get any offers come in. Otherwise, we'll give up that number 9 to Vlahovic, who I think will take over with Kessie. Well, not Kessie, with Zlatan retiring as well. We can look out for his regen. Let's see. Still first place, despite a couple of dropped results. Let's go and establish that scouting network for the rest of the season. Do Italy again. What do you guys want to see for this next one? We did Brazil technically gifted last time. I think Argentina is the second most popular nationality. Could do France. What do you guys want to see? Who will take Zlatan's number 11? I think it depends if we get some more transfers in. Algeria, France, Morocco, Argentina. We're going to try to transfer list Giroud, Joe. He's gone down too much in his overall. Let's do outside of South America because we already did Brazil. I'll do France for this next one. What kind of player do you guys think? Physically strong, brings back pretty good variety of players and good results. Winger could be good. Let's do physically strong here. Switch it up a bit. And I'll see if we can get another 5-star scout in. Just a 4-star, 5-star. So we'll wait for now. All right, let's keep the simulations going. I need to make sure I attend some press conferences. Maybe also mix around the starting 11. So I think we had some unhappy players. Yeah. Let's try to fix that. I don't have too much of a problem with Messi winning Ballon d'Or this year. I think the Copa America victory for Argentina was big. I think Lewandowski is definitely... He should have a Ballon d'Or by the end of his career. I mean, it's disappointing he didn't get it, what, a year ago when he had that ridiculous season. How did Poland do in the World Cup? I don't think they got out of their group, did they? Yeah, 2020 should have been him, absolutely. I don't think many people are going to argue that. Yeah, we'll try to get a Swedish player in next season. I think Isak could be on the cards. It's looking like we're going to win the league, so Champions League football again next season. I'll tell you what, we'll get one last game in with Ibra. If we do end up winning the league title, I'll play one for y'all. So that way we can hopefully see a trophy celebration. 4 points clear of Roma right now, so just got to keep stacking up these results. Might be a 3 points difference now. This guy's not good enough. Yeah, I like the harder legendary sliders from Operation Sports Yum. They're a pretty good balance. I think the shorter halves one are too easy for me personally. Like, it all depends on your skill level and like what you're comfortable with, but the harder ones are a good challenge. And I think you can mess around some more with like the CPU pass error. I think that's what makes a big difference. $38 matches in this season, right? So we're 5 points clear now. Giroud transfer offer. This is the thing. It's like, do we accept from Braga just to let him go? I don't know if he's going to make a move to Portugal. I think Liga would be his preferred destination. But he might start here. I think Braga have a Bel Ruiz, right? As another striker. So he would be squad rotation there. Yeah, we'll just let him go. Venezia dropping another win against us. Dang. All right, let's see. 3 point difference between us and Juve. Not good. And we have a match against Juve coming up. That's probably going to decide the league. If we get a win there, that's essentially the title secured. And we're dropping points all of a sudden. Vlahovic rescuing one. So let's say, even if we lose to Juve, we're still going to be in the lead, but this probably decides it. Let's do an interactive sim for this one. Maybe we'll jump in. Did they sign Ndombele? They did. Dang. They were listening to the stream. Saw you were interested. Going with the transfer. Let's see. Let's get into this. Get some early goals. Hopefully pick up the dub. Every other day I stream. Right now I'm trying to stream Mondays and Fridays. That was close. Juve seemed to be the dominant team already. Majority of possession. Single shot on target. Yeah, they made a couple of moves. Zinchenko and Ndombele, some good transfers. Yeah, I think if we win the league, Kessie might stay. It'd be nice to have him. I rate him as a player. It's just if it's realistic or not. I think Chiesa is still technically on a loan at Juve. Like, the fee is 50 million, which is nothing for a player of his quality. Yeah, I believe it was a 2-year loan that him and Fiorentina had going. Let's see, stats. Juve are looking a little bit tired, so I think that's going to work out in our favor here. Especially their attack. Already in the yellow bars. We'll probably need to bring off Brahim. He's looking tired as well. Oh, their attack is Morata, and Ndombele, and Artur. Here, I'll show you guys. Might be able to see it a bit better. I think Kessie's staying is realistic if you win. Yeah, you would definitely want a bigger contract, which I think he got in the contract talks. We're finally getting some shots on target. 7 compared to Juve's 1. If we're going to get this goal, let's see. Thought that was the opener there. Chesney's just making save after save right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Chiesa is playing out of position. It's a very career mode thing to happen. I mean, a single point wouldn't be the worst thing. It would still put us 4 points clear, which I think is enough, given there's only like 5 or so matches left. But a win would necessarily like seal the title. The ball is brought on late. That's what I'm concerned about. Good save from Milan on his near post. Come on, let's get something going. Juve are looking a little bit more dangerous now, getting shots on target. I thought that was an open goal, but we're cleared away. We're fine. No reason for us to push forward. A draw's enough. We just keep on losing possession, though. Milan on these distributions. There we go. This could be it. That's the goal. And it is Rebic. It's been all episode people have been asking. Should we start Leao or Rebic? Well, there's the goal. Let's bring some substitutions here. Hopefully see out this match. A win should do it for the Serie A title. Please don't answer back with a goal. 2 minutes of added extra time. That's it. We get the result. Rebic in the 87th minute against the run of play. Truly in the second half, I would say Juve were the better team. Let's see what that does for the league standings. 5 matches left. We're 5 points ahead of Roma. So probably Juve out of the picture here. Do we have to play against Roma? We do on the final match day. Imagine the league title goes down to the final match day against Roma. It might. It very well might. Season 1 for now, Charlie. We're trying to do a season per stream. So let's get through some of these matches. We should be able to get the dub here. 1-1. It's not the best. Rebic again with the goal. Let's see. Roma have still yet to play, so they can still catch up within 3. Roma's within 3, man. 3 points separating us with 4 matches left to play. The thing is like I'm pretty confident in what I can do in game. I feel like I can get a dub against Roma regardless. So even if we're 3 points behind, it won't be the worst thing. But we should be winning these sort of matches. You never know, though, with career mode. You never know. There we go. We get a dub. Yeah, if the last match matters, we'll play it. Otherwise, I'll just probably do interactive match sim to the end. But it's looking like it's going to come down to the final match day. This match against Atalanta is important. I think we might drop points here. Homegrown talent is, he's currently out on loan. I think he went up +6 last time I checked. +7 now at Burnley. That's a big dub. That's a big dub. Three points still separating us. Freddy, for the most part, I do a couple other projects here and there. But majority of my time, yeah, doing YouTube stuff and streaming. Now, can you guys confirm, do we need to play this game? Will this, like, is there any chance that we see the title celebration here? Against Hellas Verona? Because I know it's a home fixture. Sometimes, when it's mathematically, like, possible, they celebrate on the last home match. I guess it depends. I guess what I could do is just do interactive match sim and jump in at the very end. You only see a last game. I feel like I've seen it before though. Like once you mathematically secure the title, you get the celebration. I'll tell you what, I'll just do interactive match sim and jump in at the end. Who do we want lifting the title? Or the trophy? Maybe Kier? Should we give him captaincy? All right. Interactive match sim will jump in at the very end. The fans celebrate, but you don't lift the trophy until the last game. All right. Yeah, Roma loss, or even a draw would be enough, because they're 3 points behind us. Theo Hernandez left for Manchester City. It's actually, we got knocked out of Champions League football. Finished last in our group, so for realism purposes, we decided to let Theo Hernandez leave. Got 100 million for him. And we decided to bring in Grimaldo as a replacement. What do you guys say though? Would you count this season as a dub or an L? Because on one hand, like a Serie A title is big. On the other, finishing 4th in our Champions League group. I would count it as a small dub. I think winning the league title still counts for something. It's been a while since AC Milan won the title, I think. Yeah, when was their last title? Let's see. AC Milan. I mean, it's the first time in like 5 seasons they've even gotten Champions League. (2010, 2011). Yeah, it's a dub then. It's got to be a dub. That should have been the goal. 2 consecutive saves from their keeper. And Brahim again with the goal. Yeah, that's a dub in my book. Let's see. We'll wait till like the 60th minute to make changes. I think we'll probably feature Ibra somewhere since he is retiring at the end of the season. Kessie stays. That's what it's looking like. Vlahovic takes over at striker. The team's looking good for next season. I'm going to try stream on Monday, Aiden. Again, I got to work on a Hamburg video for this weekend, but I'm going to spend some of today working on that, so should be in good shape. It's going to be around the same time. I don't have like a set stream start time, but usually between 8 to 10 my times when I start. Hellas Verona, Simeone, who is in form to be fair. He's been crushing it. Yeah, what's going on, Ross? We're just wrapping up this AC Milan Season 1 rebuild. It's looking like we're going to lift the Serie A title. Might go down to the final match day, depending on how this result goes. So technically a draw might be enough for us here if Roma lose. I'm going to jump in the 90th minute just in case. And let's push forward, try to get the winner. Why not? Oh, to Ibra on his retirement day. He puts in a goal. You don't script that sort of stuff. You can't script it. Ibra's heading out. Imagine if we win the league title on this match day. That's incredible. That finesse shot was like timed so wrong as well, but it still finds the goal. Friggin' Zlatan. What might be his last match. Kessie with the pass. Like he took that on his left as well. I was hoping he took it on his right. What a finish. Actually not too bad, curving away from the keeper. Let's see. Now the fans. We're celebrating something. I don't think this is the title though. So it's going to go to the final match day against Roma, if I'm not mistaken. Which I don't even know what like the goal differential picture's like. If we're up enough on goal differential, we've essentially secured the title. Yeah, okay. So let's see. Let's see if we can tell what Roma had in that match. So Roma, I didn't see him there. They must have won. If we're up enough on goal differential, I'll just jump in at the end. But if it's close, then I'll play the match in full. Let's see. Serie A isn't on goal differential? What is it? How's it decided? Like, I mean, from here, if it was goal differential, we've essentially secured the title. Is it head-to-head based? Huh. All right, fair enough. I feel like Serie A's goal differential. Serie A goal difference or head-to-head? Sign tiebreakers in Serie A are as follows: head-to-head points, head-to-head goal differential. All right, so it is head-to-head apparently. I'm not sure if that's actually the case in FIFA. But we'll play this last match regardless. I'll put it on 4-minute halves. Get through a little bit quicker. I think Eber gets subbed on. And I'm happy with the starting 11. Otherwise, give Kier captain as well. All right, last match. Should be pretty routine. Just need a draw. Got this. You guys can see kind of how the gameplay is with sliders. You'll notice it's a little bit slower paced, which I'm personally a fan of. Good tackle from Witzel. To be fair to Roma, they made some good transfers. This is the first season, Hyper. Final match day. Good tackle from Tamori. Nice. Vlahovic is on. What a pass to find him. I'll take a free kick from there. I'm not sure how our results have gone against Roma, but regardless, I'll play the match in full. I think someone else takes this. Can I change kick taker, please? No? Okay. Good ball to set up Grimaldo. See Vlahovic in the middle. Can he head this one? It's too easy with Vlahovic, man. As a target man striker, I'm excited for him next season. Because he's got good potential, finally, in FIFA. That's how we want to play. Down the wings. Find Vlahovic in the center. Pretty good goal all around. Just out-bodying Witzel there. Dude, what a touch from Diaz. That's not even like easy slider settings. It's just an incredible touch and finish. Yeah, the nice thing about Vlahovic is he signs a rotational player, so it's somewhat realistic, and he'll take over as our starting striker next season because Eber's retiring. Now, question though, because this match is essentially done, are you able to go to jump to sim and then jump back in? Is that possible? Because it's getting a little ridiculous now. You can? All right. Let's do that then. Jump to sim. Get to like the 90th minute. We'll jump back in for the trophy celebration. Almost making a 3 there. But yeah, we're chilling, guys. Serie A title in our first season. At least it looks that way right now. You know what I'm going to watch after stream? TMD Plays Pro Clubs. The Party Samba. I'm going to watch back that video. I'm really happy with the Pro Clubs videos we made on the channel. You just can't replicate the Pro Clubs vibes. Especially in older FIFAs. Because like Pro Clubs always has like some glitches, but they're kind of nice glitches. I'm not too fussed about Roma scoring that goal. We just needed the draw. So as long as they don't get 2, we're fine. And we're into the half. I feel like we're holding on to the majority of possession. Stats-wise, we're not the better team, but you saw how easy it was to break down that Roma defense. Favorite player this career mode? I would say in terms of like how they played in games, St. Maximin is pretty good. Trying to think of any players that grow a lot in their rebuild. Palermo didn't really have anyone because that was create a club. Malaga didn't necessarily have too many. Yeah, I would say probably St. Maximin. Yeah, Jonathan David's incredible. 5-star weak foot. He finally has his face scan. Nice. Yeah, I'll have to take a look and see it, that Lille squad. If they have enough players with the face scan, could make for an interesting career mode. All right, just 10 minutes left to go. Third goal would be nice. I'll tell you what. I think I want to have Vlahovic be part of the celebration somewhere. I think subs still appear. Anyways, we'll jump in and make sure that Zlatan gets the appearance. Just need to force the ball out of play, please, Roma. Quick! No! Zlatan. I wanted him there as part of the substitutes, but I think he'll still be in the background somewhere. Oh, Schlager was so good. Here it is, the title celebration, though. Rebic, a big part of that goal. Yeah, I'm going to call this a small dub this season. I think finishing last in the Champions League group definitely wasn't ideal. But we made some good signings. I think Romaldo and Vlahovic are players we can build around. Yeah, Roma really holding on to the ball at the end. But I think Zlatan will be in the background somewhere. And most importantly, Champions League next season. Look at Maignan with his placeholder face scan. Where's Zlatan? I see him. He's on the right. Zlatan chilling in the background behind Brahim Diaz. Good stuff, though. So we can check off Serie A. Now it's just Champions League. I think Champions League advancing out of the group stage is the aim. Like, Europa League's not going to cut it with this squad. Good stuff, though. All right, guys, I'll simulate forward a little bit so you guys can see Champions League winners and all that sort of stuff, and then I think we'll call the stream there. Look at any final Youth Academy players. Let's see. We had that left back come through. I think he's probably good enough for a promotion. And Italian goalkeeper, poor potential. That's probably the only promotion we make this season from our Youth Academy. Yeah, and we'll just focus on some board objectives next time around. All right, so 6 points clear of Roma for the league title. Good stuff there. Coppa Italia going to Lazio. Champions League. United against Chelsea. Okay. Let me see these fixtures. Round of 16. Who's in our group? It was Liverpool and Atletico Madrid to advance, I believe. So Atletico Madrid get knocked out to PSG. Liverpool lose to United. Interesting. Inter losing out big time to Chelsea. Napoli also winning Europa League. And Spurs, unsurprisingly, winning Conference League. Let's see who the top goal scorers. I'm going to guess it was... Okay, I want to see some guesses for top goal scorer. I'm really not fully sure. I think Rebic is definitely going to be up there. Vlahovic got a lot of goals. What do you guys think? Who's the top goal scorer? Got to vote for Rebic. Brahim Diaz. Yeah, he scored a few. Vlahovic. Maybe even Zlatan. I don't know. Let's see. Brahim Diaz going off. 26 goals. Where did that come from? +6 in his overall as well. Yo. We gotta find a way to make this deal permanent. Him and Rebic doing work. Vlahovic as well getting in the double digits. I think Rebic had the second most assists behind Benacer. Yeah, Brahim Diaz. How can we make this permanent? 56 mil. I think we get into talks to make that deal permanent next season. We don't have the funds available right now. Unless we move wages around. Hold on. Yeah. We got to wait till next season for that. But Eber going out of the squad. Vlahovic takes over. Giroud's leaving. So yeah, the team's looking good. Think it should make for an interesting rebuild next time around. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it there, guys. I'm gonna chill for a little bit. I appreciate y'all hanging out, the continued support throughout the stream. Shouting out some of y'all in the chat. We got Jaden, we got Aiden, DY. Appreciate the super chat earlier as well. Joel, Casper. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it there, guys, as well as Ross. But yeah, it was fun. I don't know what we'll be back with on Monday. Maybe Southampton, maybe something different. But GG's on winning the league title. Hope you all have a good weekend wherever you are, and I'll catch you all in the next one.